so much. Oh, there she is, Tammy. Right on time. All right, friends. Hi. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Um, let me think. Announcements. I have my embodiment class this Friday. I stopped teaching it as a monthly offering, and I'm just doing it like randomly whenever I feel so inclined. And I'm doing one this Friday. So my embodiment class, a lot of people really like it and say it's their favorite class that I offer. I love it. It's like my 3 favorite modalities kind of wrapped up into one class. So it starts with yoga, and it is yoga. We do yoga poses, but it's just like a little more slash a lot more intuitive than I would teach in this class. So I give direction, but I also give a lot of space for your own kind of just intuition. And then, so there's yoga for like 45 minutes, and then there's breath work for like 45 minutes, and then the last 30 minutes is just sound. So yeah, if you're interested, I'd love to have you this Friday, 7:30, or is that right? Yeah, this Friday, 7:30 p.m. here, and it's $33. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And then I think that's all I have. Yeah, I think that's all. So we'll go with that. All right. Comfortable seat if you're not already there. And you can take a moment if you want and just move a little bit, wiggle a little bit, kind of feel your physical body intentionally a little bit more. And just notice how you are showing up. Maybe notice how you slept last night, how your neck feels, how your shoulders feel, how your back feels. And then eventually, no rush, but eventually find your way into stillness. So you can rest your hands in your lap, or if you'd like, you can bring your hands to your heart. Maybe one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. So just whatever feels most resonant for you this morning. And then with your eyes closed or with your gaze just soft and lowered, start to bring more awareness to your own inner space. So just noticing not physically, physical is there, but see if you can go a little bit deeper. Notice how you are energetically. Notice any emotions that might just be floating around inside. You're not trying to make anything go away. You're not trying to change anything. You're just noticing, witnessing, becoming more aware of what's already happening inside of you. And then start to bring more awareness to your breath. You can visualize it or you can just feel into it. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. And take a moment to hold in fullness. Keep holding the breath, but see if you can soften around your held breath just a little bit. And then open your mouth and let it go, sigh it out. Good. Do that again. Inhale, fill up. Hold at the top. Take a moment, soften around it. And then out your mouth, let it go. Good job. Do that one last time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Hold. Keep holding. Maybe even take an extra little sip. Open your mouth and big sigh, release. Good job, friends. Start to drop in now to your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. See if you can start to create that noise with your breath. So this is a deep diaphragmatic breath. It comes all the way down from your belly. And every time you inhale, it's almost like you're taking a really, really slow motion gasp. Every time you exhale, it's as if you're fogging up a window, but your lips are sealed over the breath. And as you breathe, you start to create a whisper noise or an oceanic sound. Maybe it sounds like wind moving through trees. So start to create sound with your breath and let that sound help anchor you to your breath and to this present moment. So you can stay here a little longer. You can stay here a lot longer. You can come back here at any time. But if you're ready to begin moving, take your breath with you. Come forward to hands and knees and just start to explore some intuitive movement. So whatever calls to your body today. And it might be what feels good. It might be what feels a little bit tender or uncomfortable or stiff. So just get curious. And if it helps, close your eyes, go inward, and just feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice, and then respond to it. Now that you've started moving, is your breath still there? Did you forget about it? And if so, just bring it back. Good job, everybody. So make this so interesting that if you were to do this the entire class, you would not get bored. There's so many ways you could explore, feel around from your hands and your knees. So if you tune out and just do this mindlessly, you're bored pretty fast. But if you tune in, there's so much there to feel in your own body. See if you can be here for about 4 or 5 more breaths. And then whenever you are ready, my friends, downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start to find your way back in your own time and in your own way. And then back in your down dog, keep feeling around. So you might pedal out your heels, you might give your head a little shake or a little nod. See if you can feel your strong fingers and your strong hands as your foundation. So spread your fingers really wide, and rather than feeling like all of your weight is coming down into your hands and your wrists and you're holding yourself up, imagine you're taking energy from the ground through your fingertips and moving it up through your arms, through your side bodies, through your spinal column. And then right at your center is where everything connects. So imagine there is an invisible rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So if you can feel this lift that's coming from your center, you can feel energy moving up. Downward facing dog all of a sudden does not feel like the most terrible pose in the world. You could be here for a while. Use your breath to support you from the inside. Nice job. Good awareness. Awesome, Deb. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your mat and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, come into a halfway lift position. Pause, bring your feet hips width distance apart if they're not already, and then bend your left knee a lot. Bring your left fingertips to the ground or left hand to a block, and then right arm to the sky. See if you can get your right leg as straight as possible, but stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot as you draw your right hip towards the back of the room. Breathe down into your belly and your low back and use your exhale to twist a little further. Take just one more round. Nice job. And then end of your exhale, let it go and switch to the other side. So right knee bends, right fingertips on the ground or right hand on a block, left arm to the sky. So think of this as a halfway lift with a twist, not a forward fold with a twist. So crown is reaching forward and your left butt cheek is pulling back, reaching back. Twist from your center. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot. Take one last round. Nice, Liz. Bottom of your exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Inhale, regular halfway lift, realign. Exhale, release, fold. And then rise all the way up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. So flow with your breath for a moment. Inhale, high mountain pose, reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips, stick your butt out behind you and dive down slowly. So feel your core engage as you dive. Nice work. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen out. So if you can feel the back of your neck nice and long, gaze down. Exhale, fold. And rise, press into your feet, lead with your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Hands to your heart center, exhale. We'll do that one more time. Slow, deep breaths and let your breath guide. Inhale, high mountain. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive down, traction out your spine, and then release. Beautiful. Halfway lift, breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Nice Marriott, exhale, fold. Press into your feet, connect to your center, rise. Inhale, take your arms overhead. Hands to heart as you exhale. All right, adding on, inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers here. For a moment, bend your elbows a lot, suction cup your palms together. And then everybody imagine that you just put your hands in the laundry or the dishwasher, something like that. Circle them around really fast. Circle, circle, circle. Circle, circle, circle. Circle, circle, and then reverse those circles, opposite direction. See if you can keep your palms pressing together, keep your elbows bent. You should feel heat building in your shoulders. Let it build, keep circling, and then stretch. So take your knuckles back and stretch through the front of your shoulders. Try not to lock out your elbows and hyperextend. So try to keep just a little bend. Take one more inhale, maybe puff up your heart and tilt your chin towards the sky, gaze up. As you exhale, keep your clasp and dive down into a forward fold. So hang out in your fold with your fingers interlaced. See if you can let your head hang heavy. If it helps, bend your knees more. Imagine that invisible rope attached to your belly button. Now it's pulling straight up towards the ceiling. Lift your sit bones, lift your knuckles, relax your neck. Take one more in-breath, fill up. Good. As you exhale, nice Dante, bring your hands to your low back, release your clasp, let your arms hang and give them a little shaky shake. Inhale, spinal extension, halfway lift, realign. Nice, Kristen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, plank position. So pause in your plank for a moment and just really find your strength. So spread your fingers super wide, push the ground away. Take little baby rocks forward and back like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Your hips are level with your shoulders in a yoga plank. You can come to your knees if you want to modify at any time. Next time you inhale, little baby rock forward, sit on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower just an inch or two down, bend your elbows a little bit. And then inhale, straighten your arms and push back up. Exhale, 2 or 3 inches, so go a little lower. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up. Yes, one more time. Exhale, halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up. Nice work. This time all the way to your belly, slow motion. One strong straight line. Yes. Spider-Man Cobra, bring your hands out wide so you're on your fingertips now. Elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Beautiful. Exhale, take a little twist to your right. Dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, back through center, heart lifts. The wider with your hands, the more mobility you'll give your shoulders. Exhale, twist. So it's kind of like a micro shoulder pigeon. Inhale, back to center, lift your heart, tone your belly to protect low back, and then go one more time each way with your own breath. Slowly and intentionally. And then eventually find your way to downward facing dog, no rush. Back in your down dog. Ujjayi breaths. You've got about 5 rounds. If there's any way you would like to explore, feel free. If you would like just a little more strength work, you could turn it into a turbo dog. So the only thing that you change is your arms. You bend your elbows a lot, and then you squeeze your elbows towards each other. So it's almost like you're in a dolphin pose. Nice, Tammy, but your forearms are hovering above the ground. Yeah, keep lifting your sit bones really high. Nice, Mika. Let your neck relax, head heavy. Beautiful, friends. Take one more big inhale. See if there's any more length you can create in your spine and your side bodies. And then exhale, look forward, step or hop forward, fold top of your space. Halfway lift position, breathe in, lengthen out. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, we will build our flow now. Inhale, arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, chair plane. So sit back and reach back. Your butt is reaching back, but as your butt reaches back, don't let go through your belly. So draw your belly button in and up and feel almost like you have a brace around your middle. See if you can keep your heart lifted. Roll your shoulders back and down. So it's like you're in a little baby cobra with your chest. Take one more round here, maybe sit a little bit lower. And then only if you want to, balance challenge, rock up to your tiptoes, lift your heels really high. And now with your heels lifted really high, just for funsies, if you want, see if you can straighten your legs and dip your beak down. So drinking bird. Woo. Just be playful. Take one more breath wherever you're working. Inhale, high mountain. So if you want, you can stay on your tiptoes. Reach as high as you can. And if you want, you can stay on your tiptoes as you dive down slowly into your forward fold. Yeah, awesome. Nice work. Nice Perrine. Inhale, heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa however you would like. So if you feel like adding a couple push-ups, go for it. You want to take it on your knees, skip it all together. See you in downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. So fire up your breath and use it to support you from the inside. Next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. And then you choose if you want to open your hip, if you want to explore, kind of circle your knee out or roll out your ankle, go for it. But just feel the strength of your hands on the ground. So both hands are still evenly and equally rooted. Both shoulders are still strong, square. Notice if you kind of let your left hip shoot out to the left and hug in with your left inner thigh. So rather than sinking into your outer left hip, everything is hugging in, lifting up. Take one more inhale, right leg long, strong, powerful. Exhale, right knee towards your nose. So round your back, hollow out your belly, and then step through as soft as you can, low lunge. Nice, Maya. Take your time to rise up to crescent lunge. So high on the ball of your back foot, all 10 toes face forward, and square off your hips. So with your nice long stance, rather than just sinking as deep as you can, hug in towards midline. So front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward, and your legs feel really strong and stable. So if somebody came and tried to push you over, you would still be able to hold your position. So legs are strong. They're your foundation. And then your upper body is your expression. So feel into it, grow into it, reach through your fingertips, or maybe today you feel like softening your hands. But whatever you're doing, it's on purpose. Take one more big inhale in your crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, turbo twist. So left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Bend your back knee to a hover. And imagine you're trying to drag your back thigh forward. If you want to modify, you can always gently set your back knee down. Otherwise, back knee is hovering. Keep your weight nice and centered. And if you want a little balance challenge or more of a balance challenge, gaze back over your right shoulder. Take one last round of breath. See if you can twist a little further. Yeah, good job. Inhale, come back to a crescent lunge. Invitation to straighten your legs if you would like. Exhale, bring your hands to your mat. And then from here, we're just gonna add a little twist. So left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky. Feel your strong legs. Squeeze your inner thighs. Twist from your center. So breathe down into your belly. And with your exhale, that's where you want to work your twist. Take a couple more rounds here. Soft face. Nice K. One last round. And at the very bottom of your exhalation, let it go. Walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. We won't do this in our flow, but for right now, bring your hands to your hips and rise all the way up to a standing position. And then once you're standing, pivot your heels in, point your toes out, bend your knees, and come down into a wide-legged squat. So you want your ankles right underneath your knees. If your feet are too wide or too narrow, then adjust. And then sit as low as you can. Press your knees towards the wall behind you. Inhale, stick your butt out and lift your heart up like a standing cow. And then as you exhale, twist towards the back of the room. It's kind of like that Spider-Man cobra. Yeah, inhale back to center. Nice, Abby. Exhale, twist towards the front of the room. Press your knees open wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. One more time. Exhale towards the front of the room, all the way to emptying your breath. Inhale, center. And then go ahead, straighten your legs, parallel your feet, arms to the sky, breathe in. And as you exhale, all the way down. So back into your wide-legged forward fold. And this time, just hang out for a few rounds anywhere you would like to go. Notice where has your breath gone. If you've lost it, bring it back. Nice job, everybody. So just feel into your legs. Feel your connection to your center. Next time you breathe in, come back to a halfway lift position, this time with your fingertips or hands on the ground. So bend your knees as needed. And then crawl your hands to the top of your space, low lunge. From your low lunge, standing split. So right foot roots down, left leg lifts. Just like a one-legged forward fold. Does not matter how high your left leg goes. And you can choose to keep your hips square, to open your left hip. Just try not to sink into your outer right hip. So hug in with your right inner thigh and lift from your center. If you want an extra challenge, see if you can lift to your right tiptoes. So lift your right heel off the ground. And feel more like you're lifting from your center, from your core, rather than just from your foot and your leg. So use your strong core. Awesome job. Take one more inhale. Maybe lift your left foot a little higher. Spread your left toes. Exhale. Set your left foot down next to right at the top of your space forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shake out if it needs. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale. Bow and fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Arms to the sky, high mountain. Pause right here in your high mountain. Root firmly into your right foot and lift your left knee up. So standing staff pose. Hug in with your inner thighs. Flex your left toes. Tone your belly, so navel to spine. Take one more inhale in your standing staff. And then as you exhale, you'll twist towards the window. So right arm goes forward, left arm goes back. If you would like to, right hand can grab the outside of your left thigh. If you'd like, your left hand can press into your low back. Broaden through your collarbones and stand up really tall. If you want an extra challenge, see if you can gaze back over your left shoulder. Nice job. Take one or two more breaths in your twist. Beautiful. And then inhale to unwind, arms to the sky. If you want, you can extend your left leg. And then as you exhale, slow motion movement, land in a low lunge, fingers and toes touch at the exact same time, maybe. Once you're in your low lunge, we're not going to do this in our flow, but for right now, bring your hands to the inside of your right foot, walk your right foot out nice and wide, bring your back knee to the ground, and then let your hips sink, melt down, lift your heart up. So the tendency is to want to put all of your weight in your arms. Try not to put too much weight in your arms, but encourage your weight back into your hips. And just use your hands as a little bit of support. Yeah. Nice and wide with your right foot. So sometimes I even take mine off of my mat. And if it helps, you can pivot your right toes out to the right. You don't want your knee to collapse in. You want it to track out. Take just about 3 more breaths here. Yeah, good job, you guys. And then, as you're ready, we're gonna move into a half split. So you can walk your right foot back, so you're framing your right foot with your hands. You might curl your back toes under as you bring your hips back to your back heel, or sometimes I like to leave my hips a little bit higher, just walk my front foot forward. So whatever feels best to you. Work your front leg towards straight, flex your right toes. Press down through the back of your right heel, and imagine you're trying to drag your right heel back towards your body. So as you drag your right heel back, you're trying to stick your right butt cheek out behind you and reach your heart further forward. So rather than pushing your right heel forward, energetically pull it back. Take about 2 more deep breaths. Yeah, nice job, you guys. If it shakes, that's totally normal. It just means you've met an edge, so be there, breathe into it. End of your next exhalation, come back into a low lunge position. So walk your hands forward, lift your back knee up, and then from your low lunge, listen here, 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg to the sky, open your right hip. Yes, very nice. So you are more than welcome to just hang out here and get this nice stretch, or one more inhale here. As you exhale, right knee towards your left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale back up, 3-legged dog. See if you can open your hip again. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can on your right arm. Inhale back up. This time square hips, long through your right leg, straight to down dog, or come forward into chaturanga. So maybe it's 3-legged, or maybe you set your right foot down. Maybe you set your knees down, lower down. Yeah, nice work. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And then as you're ready, downward facing dog. Big deep breaths, walk it out. Maybe you notice the difference between right side, right leg, left leg. Notice if your breath has become short or quick, and make it again big and spacious, expansive. Inhale, take your left leg to the sky. And if you would like, you can explore. You might open your hip, circle out your knee, roll out your ankle. Just feel around in your 3-legged dog. If you want to keep your hips square and your left leg long, strong, and powerful, that's also a great place to work. So just be in your pose intentionally, mindfully. See what you can find for your body today. So even if you've been in this pose thousands of times, what do you feel right now in this moment? Take one more inhale, make your left leg long, strong, powerful, push the ground away. Keep your hips high, left knee towards your nose. So round your back and then step through as soft as you can, low lunge. Awesome, Liz. Take your time to rise up into your crescent lunge. Nice, Abby. So square hips, all of your toes face forward. And then rather than just sinking into it and going as deep as you can, you've got your nice long stance, but then you're hugging towards midline, building your strong structure in your legs. Yes, you guys look so good. Awesome, Letty. See if you can feel a little tone in your belly. So as you pull your front hip back hip forward, automatically you get this little tone in your belly, like you have that brace around your middle. Be intentional with your gaze, be intentional with your fingers. One more inhale here. As you exhale, twist towards the window. So right arm forward, left arm back knee bends to a hover. And rather than leaning forward, try to keep your weight nice and centered, broaden through the front of your shoulders and your collarbones. If you want to set your back knee down at any time to modify, that's fine. See if you can feel your breath moving down into your belly. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit further, squeeze through your inner thighs. Take just one more round here. Maybe gaze back over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to crescent. Invitation to straighten your legs if you'd like. Beautiful. And then exhale, bring your hands to the ground. So back to low lunge. You're going to add a twist. So right hand on the ground, left arm to the sky. Strong legs. Squeeze your inner thighs. Long spine. If you're gazing at the back of the room, see if you can take your gaze just straight across or even forward. So your spine follows. Nice and long. Good job, everyone. Take one more round and see if there's any more space you can create, and then twist and move into it. Bottom of your exhalation, let it go. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat, the long edge. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs once again. This time we're going to do something totally different. Inhale to a halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground or hands on a block. So you can choose left hand down, right arm up. Or if you want to go further, left hand grabs the outside of your right ankle, right arm wraps behind your back. So this one will be more of a forward fold over your right leg. Otherwise, if your left hand is on the ground, it's more of that halfway lift with a twist. Breathe. Both poses, make sure you can breathe all the way down into your belly. And then exhale, twist just a little further, couple more rounds on this side. Nice job. End of your next exhale, switch it up. So just slowly unwind. Neither right hand on the ground, left arm to the sky, or right hand to the outside of left ankle. Left arm can continue to reach up, or you could wrap your left arm behind your back. Strong through your feet. So root through the inner and outer edges of your feet. Nice work. Use your breath. Give it one more on this side, all the way to empty as you exhale, and twist, 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 and then release. Hang out for a few more rounds in your wide-legged fold anywhere you would like to take it. So you can just be still and breathe, or you can explore. Notice in these times where you're just in your pose by yourself, do you go somewhere else in your mind? Or can you stay right on your mat in your body with your breath? So notice, are you bored? Are you anxious? Are you frustrated? And just notice that without judgment, without trying to make it go away. Get curious about it. That's the yoga. Next time you inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, bend your knees as much as you need to, and then crawl your hands to the top of your mat, back to a low lunge position. From your low lunge, standing splits, left foot roots, right leg lifts. So again, it's just like a one-legged forward fold. Don't psych yourself out with the name. Left foot is rooted, right leg is lifted. Relax your neck. And if you want extra, see if you can pick up your left heel. So not from your foot, but from your belly button. Like that invisible rope just picks you up a little bit more. So get lighter. Yes, keep your right leg long, strong, powerful. See if you can spread through your right toes. One more in-breath. Nice work. Exhale, set your right foot on your mat next to your left foot, forward fold. And give your legs a little shaky shake. Pedal out your heels. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. Rise all the way up. Inhale your arms to the sky. Pause. Bring all your weight into your left foot and lift your right knee for standing staff. So as you lifted your right knee, notice, did your left hip kind of shoot out to the left? If so, hug in. So inner thighs hug in. It's like you're zipping a zipper up through your midline. Everything is hugging in and getting taller. Take one more inhale here. Flex through your right toes. Exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. If you'd like, you can bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh or knee, right hand to your low back. Use your arms as gentle leverage. We will get to the full version of this pose eventually. If you want to take it now, that's fine. Squeeze through your inner thighs and broaden through your collarbones. Maybe gaze back over your right shoulder for the extra balance challenge. Yes. And then next time you inhale, friends, come back to center standing staff. Extend your right leg if you would like. Press through your heel. Exhale, slow motion, low lunge. Land softly, fingers and toes at the same time if possible. And then once you've landed in your low lunge, bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out nice and wide, so to the width of your mat or maybe even off of your mat. Back knee comes down gently. You can untuck your back toes. Let your hips melt down as your heart lifts up. Try not to collapse all of your weight to the right, and try not to collapse all of your weight into your arms. So you're encouraging your weight to your left and back into your hips. Your hands are just there for a little support. If you need to put a lot of weight in your hands, that's fine. Meet yourself where you are at and breathe. Yes, really good. Nice job. So left toes, if it's helpful, can pivot a little bit out to the left. Take about 2, 3 more. And just allow yourself to be in sensation. Nice, Kirsten. With your last inhale, fill up as big as you can. And hold in that fullness. Keep holding, soften around your held breath. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Very nice. All right, walk your left foot back to midline so you're framing it. And now we're gonna move into a half split. So you might curl your back toes under. You might bring your hips all the way to your back heel, or you can keep your hips higher, walk your front foot forward a bit. So you choose. Flex your left toes, even your little baby pinky toes. See if you can get it to flex back towards your shin. And then push down through the back of your heel, push it into the ground and pull back. So rather than pushing your heel forward like you're trying to go into the splits, do the opposite. Pull back and feel like you're sticking your left butt cheek out behind you. So ideally, you want a little micro bend in your left knee. You don't want to lock it out, and you should feel your left quad muscle firing as you stretch the back of your thigh. And a lot of times I get a little shaky leg as I hold this if I'm working it in a really intentional way. So if that's happening, it's not a bad thing. Be with it. One of my teachers used to call it the sacred tremble. So let it happen. Soften around it. One last deep breath. So good, you guys. And then end of that exhale, go ahead and come back into a low lunge position. Lift your back knee up. So curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, and then 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg all the way back and up. Open your left hip. So peel it open. You should feel your left outer glute squeezing to open your hip. You're more than welcome to stay right here, hang out here, or one more inhale here. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, or as close as you can come. Good job. Nice, Sid. Inhale back up. Open your hip if you can. So just learn to articulate through your hip joint. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Get as high as you can. Awesome, Liz. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Square hips this time. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward. Plank to chaturanga, your variation. Very nice. Find your way either to down dog or if you'd like, child's pose. Give yourself a moment to rest. So we will move through that sequence a couple more times. We'll go a little faster, so it will be breath to movement. If at any point I'm cueing too slow for you, see if you can breathe slower and breathe bigger and breathe deeper, and then move slower, more intentionally. If at any point you just want to do your own thing, you just want to take a break, that's absolutely fine. So always listen to your body, take what works and leave the rest behind. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath, so fire up your breath. Big inhale as you push the ground away. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space. Step or float, top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift position, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Rise all the way up, arms extend, inhale. Hands to heart center as you exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain pose, reach. As you exhale, chair plane or option to float up to your tiptoes. So heels high. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, high mountain. So as tall as you can grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you take your dive down. Stick your butt out. Use your core to help you balance. As you breathe in, heels on the ground, halfway lift position. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, so you can keep that exhale going or even hold empty as you lower, chaturanga. Heart lifts as you inhale, shoulders back and down. And hips lift, exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through as soft as you can. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back, bend your back knee. Inhale, brings you back to crescent. If you want, extend your legs, squeeze through the front of your thighs. Exhale, bring your hands down, low lunge. Add your twist. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, walk your hands to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift on an in-breath. Maybe you reach your arms out to both sides like you have great big wings. And then use your exhale to fold as deeply as you can. So think crown towards the ground, sit bones towards the sky, all the way to emptiness. Inhale back to that halfway lift. This time hands or fingertips down. And then exhale, crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits. Float your left leg up. Maybe lift to your right tiptoes. Maybe you even want to take a little handstand hop. And exhale, set your left foot down top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift position. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Arms reach up, left knee lifts up, standing staff. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back, or you're welcome to grab your leg. All the way to empty. Inhale, come back to standing staff. So unwind, extend your left leg if you want to. Press through your heel, try not to lean back. Slow motion, low lunge. See if you can land softly, fingers and toes at the same time. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Take your right leg to the sky, open your right hip. Good, stay here and hold, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Open your hip one more time. Exhale, right knee, right armpit, aim high. Inhale, three-legged, this time square hips. Exhale, rock forward, plank to chaturanga, your variation. So take it as three-legged or set your knees down, set your toes down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Shoulders back and down away from your ears. Exhale, down dog. Good job. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Use your strong core. Step your left foot through softly. Inhale, rise slowly, crescent lunge. Beautiful. As you exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends, empty out. Nice, Abby. Inhale, come back, crescent. Option to extend both legs. Nice work. Exhale, hands to the earth, low lunge. Keep your right hand down. Inhale your left arm to the sky. Maybe gaze up at your left fingertips. Exhale, unwind. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Add your big wings if you want. Nice, Marriott. Exhale, fold all the way to empty. Dive as deep as you can. Halfway lift, this time hands or fingertips on the ground. And as you exhale, walk your hands forward, low lunge. Standing splits, lift your right leg high. Maybe lift to your left tiptoes. Maybe handstand hop, and then set your right foot down. Top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow, fold. Rise, inhale, reach your arms to the sky, lift your right knee. Exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back, all the way to empty. Inhale, unwind, standing staff, extend your right leg if you would like. Slow motion, low lunge, soft landing, intentional landing. Yay, good job. Three-legged dog, left leg back and up, open your left hip. Stay here and hold, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. So that twist, push the ground away. Inhale, back up, awesome, K. Exhale, left knee, left armpit, aim high. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, three-legged dog, square hips this time. Exhale, rock forward, your variation of plank to chaturanga. You can always skip it and go straight to down dog instead. Inhale, heart lifts. Beautiful. Exhale, hips lift. That's one round. We've got one more. And this time I'm going to add a few things. We're going to hold a few poses. So just like you've been doing, stay present, listen to my cues. Inhale, downward facing dog, push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. And all the way up, press into your feet, rise. Arms overhead as you inhale, hands to heart as you exhale. All right, listen here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side body stretch of your choice to your right. So you do you, reach to your right, send your hips left. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, other side. Think of a crescent moon shape with your body. Inhale back to the center, and a little baby back bend. So as you exhale, cactus your arms, puff up your heart, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Now exhale into your chair plane or drinking bird. So float your heels up if you want that extra challenge. Inhale, high mountain, maybe stay on your tiptoes or lift to your tiptoes now. And then big balance challenge if you want to stay on your tiptoes as you dive down into your fold. So nice, you guys. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep your exhale going or even hold empty. Heart lifts as you breathe in. Nice, Maya. Hips lift as you breathe out. Inhale, right leg high, strong and powerful through your right leg. Keep your hips high as you exhale. Step your right foot through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise. Exhale, turbo twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Pause right here. Bring your right forearm across your low back. Gaze forward, shoulders forward. Reach your left arm up and see if you can create a little baby back bend. So puff up your heart like there is an invisible rope now attached to your sternum, lifting up. Breathe all the way down your long left side. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand down. Inhale your right arm to the sky. Exhale, unwind. Come back into that wide-legged straddle position. Halfway lift on an inhale. Add your arms if you want. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground this time. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits. Pause here. If you would like, we're gonna go for a twisted half moon or revolved half moon. So square hips, inner thighs face each other. Think of a halfway lift with your spine. So spine gets long, left fingertips on the ground or left hand to a block. Right arm will eventually reach up, open up through the right side of your heart. Yes, squeeze through your inner thighs. Press with your back foot like you're stomping it onto an invisible wall. Nice work, friends. Take one more round of breath wherever you are working, your personal fullest expression. Bottom of your exhale, forward fold, top of your space. Inhale to a halfway lift. Lengthen out, stick your butt out. Exhale, fold and bow. Rise all the way up. Inhale your arms up. Lift your left knee up. Exhale, twist towards the windows. And now we will pause. So you can grab your leg or you can grab your left foot with your right hand. These fingers around your big toe, or I like to grab the outer edge. Maybe extend your left leg forward. Only extend as much as you can without rounding through your spine. Keep your shoulders and collarbones broad. Keep breathing. Awesome work. Take one more round. Awesome, Tammy. And then slowly unwind, standing staff. Maybe extend your left leg if you have it. Exhale, low lunge position. Land softly. Beautiful work. Right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Inhale, open your hip. Now listen, this time instead of knee to elbows, option to flip your dog. Right foot steps down behind you, nice and easy. Yeah, watch out for that blanket, Liz. Right arm forward. Maybe lift your heart even more and see if you can get your heart to look at the front wall. Take one more big in-breath. And then everybody back to downward facing dog, both feet on your mat, walk it out. You can keep walking it out or inhale forward, high plank, option to hover right leg. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. You got one more side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward as soft as you can. Crescent lunge, inhale, rise. Exhale, turbo twist, right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends. And then pause right here, left forearm across low back, gaze forward, shoulders forward, exalted warrior variation. So reach your right arm up and then slightly back, puff up through your heart and tone through your belly, strong through your legs. You can bend your back knee maybe a little bit more, even take one more inhale. And exhale, bring your right hand to the ground. Inhale your left arm to the sky, revolve lunge. Exhale, let it go. Wide-legged straddle, walk your hands to the right long edge. Halfway lift, breathe in. Add your wings if you want one last time. And then work your fold all the way to empty as you dive as deep as you can. Beautiful, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. You are almost there. Exhale, walk your hands to the top of your space, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, right leg lifts. You can hang out in standing splits, or here's your chance to work your revolved half moon. So square hips, inner thighs face each other. Right hand to a block or right fingertips to the ground. And then start to work a twist. Open through your left side. So eventually your left arm reaches up. See if you can open through the left side of your heart as well. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Back foot powerful, like you're stomping on an invisible wall. Your pose, your expression. One last deep breath. So nice, everybody. Let it go, forward fold. Spinal extension, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, release. All the way up, rise. Inhale, arms up, right knee floats up. Exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. We'll pause and hold. So you can grab your outer thigh, outer knee, or you can grab your foot and then start to extend, but only as far as you can without rounding your spine. Press through your heels, squeeze through your inner thighs, broaden through your collarbones. Soften your face. You want that extra challenge, gaze over your right shoulder, last round. Nice, Liz. Inhale, standing staff. Option to extend right if you haven't yet. And then exhale, low lunge, slowly, softly. Nice work, everybody. Three-legged down dog, left leg back and up. Open your hip. Once again, option to flip your dog. So left foot comes down behind. Yeah, lift your hips, lift your heart. Your heart wants to look at this front wall. See if you can let it take one last big in-breath. Beautiful, nice sit, come back, three-leg or regular down dog, everybody. Walk out your dog. And keep walking it out, or Inhale forward, high plank, option to hover left. Exhale, lower slowly. Inhale, peel your heart open. Keep your belly toned to support low back. And then you choose down dog or child's pose. So give yourself a moment to just feel, to just soak in all the effort, all the energy of that flow. Good job, everybody. And then in your next couple rounds, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And exhale, right shin to the top of your space for pigeon. If you'd rather take this on your back, absolutely fine with me. If you'd rather take it in a seat or any other variation, please feel free. We'll be here for about 7 to 10 breaths, so for a little while. Every single exhalation, see if you can soften something. So it doesn't necessarily even have to be physical. What would it feel like to soften energetically through your outer shell, to soften through your heart space? So just be with whatever's there. Breathe into it, soften around it. Take about 3 more deep breaths. And then start to lift your upper body back upright. And we're gonna come into a seat. So nice and easy. If you're in a regular pigeon, you can plop your right butt cheek over to the right and let your hips open. Swing your left leg around. Then once your left leg swings around, just both legs out in front of you. Give them a nice little shaky shake. All right, keep your right leg extended. Bend your left knee, step your left foot on the ground, and then left foot to the outside of right thigh. You can choose to keep your right leg extended or bend your right knee, but try to keep both sit bones on the ground, whichever variation you choose. Hug your knee in and sit up really tall, so puff up your chest. Take your left arm up, maybe get a little taller, breathe in, and then as you exhale, twist. Left hand comes down behind you. You can keep your right hand where it's at, use it as gentle leverage, or if there's another variation you want to take with your right arm, go for it. And gaze over at the windows or back behind you over your left shoulder. Sit up really tall with each inhale. With each exhale, twist from your center. Take just a couple more breaths. And then slowly unwind through your upper body. Bring your hands off the right edge of your mat and just take a little bow. Your left butt cheek can lift. Let this feel good. So you might even push into the ground and really curl in like a fraidy cat on Halloween. Oh. And then come back up. Uncross your leggies, give them a little shake out. And then a few windshield wipers, so feet nice and wide. Take your knees side to side. And as you go side to side, I kind of like to turn my shoulders towards the opposite wall a little bit. See what you can find in your low back and your hips. And then after a few rounds of windshield wipers, we'll find our way back to down dog eventually. So you can get there your own way, or if you want a little bit of core, you can find a boat pose. So balance on your sit bones. For me, it's really hard to balance on my sit bones and not rock back onto my tailbone. So sit bones are where you want to be, and then your heart is lifting. Hug in with your inner thighs. I'm holding onto the backs of my legs. That's a modification. You could reach forward. You could extend your legs if you want more. So hold here, breathe here, or you can come with me. This is high boat, inhale. As you exhale, low boat. So everything extends and hovers, draw low belly down. Inhale, high boat, lift. We'll just do 3. Exhale, low boat, hover. Everything squeezes, pull low belly down. Inhale, high boat. One more time, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Good job. Cross your ankles. You're gonna rock over your feet. Plant your hands, step, or if you want to, you can hop back to a chaturanga with bent elbows. Move through a vinyasa or skip it. And eventually down dog. Ujjayi breath. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Pigeon pose, left shin to the top of your mat. Set yourself up intentionally, just like you did on the other side. Use your breath, just melt around the pose. To think every single exhale, is there something somewhere inside of me that can soften? Anytime you can sigh out your mouth. Be here for about 3 or 4 more deep breaths. And I'll leave it up to you, probably in your next couple of rounds or so. You feel pretty even on both sides. Start to find your way into a seat, just nice and easy. Once you have both legs out in front of you, you can give them a little shake out. Might even give them a little pounding. All right. Left foot, sorry. No, right foot. Right foot on the ground, knee bent. Step your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. And then bring your left knee towards your right butt cheek. Or if you prefer, left leg can stay extended. So up to you. Hug your knee in, puff up your heart, get really tall. Right arm reaches up, get even taller, breathe in. And then exhale, twist. Set your right hand down behind you. Try not to put weight on your right hand or lean back on your right hand. So you're just using your right hand to help you sit up really tall and support you. If you want to take a variation with your left arm, you're welcome to. Big, spacious breaths down into your belly. Let's give yourself a couple more. And then bottom of your next exhalation, unwind. Walk your hands over to the left edge of your mat or off the left edge. Take your little bow. I'm gonna curl in. I also like to twist towards the back wall even more. Feels good. So feel into your body. What feels good for you? One more breath. And then lift back up. Uncross your legs. We'll take windshield wipers, but this time we'll take them on our back. Let's go ahead and lower all the way down onto your back. And then once you get there, feet nice and wide, just windshield wiper your knees from side to side, slowly and mindfully. And these are really, really therapeutic if you go slow and be mindful. So feet wide will create space in your low back. And a little flexion through your toes will make it so it doesn't pull on your knees or your ankles. And see what you can feel in your low back and your hips as you go side to side. And then eventually just come back to center and find a happy baby pose. You can rock a little bit in your happy baby. You could extend one leg, like you're pulling a bow and arrow, and then the other leg. Maybe both at the same time. Yeah, so feel free to play around, embody a happy baby. And then once you feel complete with happy baby, any finishing poses of your choice for about 10 breaths. So maybe you want one final inversion, maybe you want one final heart opener, maybe you're just ready for Shavasana. Whatever your body is calling for. And eventually you're finding your way into your final relaxation, but no rush. Once you guys just kind of drift off into your Shavasana, I will read to you, and this is a quote by Ram Dass. It says, "The more I do inner work, the more my awareness breaks down the boundaries between myself and other people. And the more that happens, the more there is only us instead of them. And from that place that there is only us, the suffering of the world and the joy of the world both become my suffering and my joy. So my compassionate response to it all is actually very impersonal. It is not me responding to them, but life responding to itself. The more I do inner work, the more my awareness breaks down the boundaries between myself and other people. And the more that happens, the more there is only us instead of them. And from that place that there is only us, the suffering of the world and the joy of the world both become my suffering and my joy. So my compassionate response to it all is actually very impersonal. It is not me responding to them, but life responding to itself. So these last few moments, just let your body relax completely, let it melt. Let your breath be effortless. Just feel whatever there is to feel, just moving through your inner space. Feel yourself connected to it all. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And just slowly bring gentle movement back into your body. Eventually find your way onto either side, fetal position. And just give yourself a moment to rest there. And as you rest on your side, just let all the energy of your practice really soak in, integrate in, visualize it, use your imagination. And use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we began, notice as you come into your seat if you feel a little bit different, physically, energetically, or emotionally. And gather your hands to your heart center, either prayer hands or one palm stacked on top of the other. And just close with one collective Om. So try not to worry too much about how your voice sounds, but focus more on just the felt sense of using your own vibration, moving it through your body and letting it express out your mouth. So start by exhaling, empty out, clear your throat if you need to or want to. And then breathe in your voice. Thank you so much for being here, sharing your energy, letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Good job. You're Morgan. I didn't meet you. I'm Katie. Nice to meet you. Hey, Letty. How are you? Good to see you. I'm good. Sneaking in.